Look at this beautiful scene. We just went to the Olympic Peninsula and spent some time on a lake house as a family. And so I did my yoga recording there this week, but unfortunately you cannot hear me speak. So here's the voiceover. So hello, I am Daniel Arias. I am a yoga instructor, a mother, and the founder of Nourish in Nature. Today's yoga practice will not require any blocks. You can just use a yoga mat or you can use a towel. And here my area is a little bit slippery, so you're going to see my alignment is a little bit off, but we're going to keep the video and just keep moving. Progress, not perfection. So go ahead and find a comfortable seat wherever you are. Take your hands on your lap with the palms up and just start to notice the sounds around you. And start to deepen your breath here. Use this as a moment to step into your practice, to be fully present on your mat and in your space. Relax the shoulders down the back. Draw the crown of the head toward the ceiling and inhale your arms overhead. Exhale, hands down to the heart. Interlace the fingers and press them away around the spine. Tuck the chin down toward the chest. Inhale your arms overhead. Draw the shoulders down the back and look over the right shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Come back through center. Look over the left shoulder. Continue to draw the shoulders down the back. Press the hands up. And then release the hands down to the side as you look forward. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, twist over the right side. Take your left hand in front and the right hand behind. Find a lot of length in your spine here. You can gently place the hand on the knee, but you don't want to use that with a lot of weight. You're just using it to gently find your way. Continue to take your gaze over the right shoulder. Continue to draw through the crown of the head, getting length in the spine. Slow, deep breaths here. Go ahead and take your gaze forward. Keep that left hand where it is. Cross the right hand over. Bend the elbows down. You want to find a stretch across the backs of the shoulders and release the head down. So press the hands down onto the knees here. Draw the elbows in. Relax the head. Deep breaths here. Take your gaze up. Release the hands, inhale them overhead. Exhale, this time, right hand in front, left hand behind. You're looking over the left shoulder. So again, keep both sit bones down. Find the twisting at the top of the body and relax the shoulders here, but find an evenness across the right shoulder and the left. Take your gaze behind you. Slow, deep breaths. Go ahead and cross that left hand over the right. Draw the elbows down. Press the knees down and relax your head down. Finding that stretch across the backs of the shoulders. Go ahead and lift the gaze up. Take the hands down. We're going to come to tabletop. So go ahead and make your way. Take knees under hips. Take the hands right under the shoulders and spread the fingers. Find length in your spine here. Take the tops of the feet and place them down on the mat. Inhale, lift the chest and look up, and exhale, round. So press the mat away, really round up through the spine and tuck the tailbone down. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. Get length across the collarbones, take your gaze up. Round the spine and tuck the tailbone down. Inhale, lift the chest and look up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift the chest, look up. And exhale, round. Go ahead and come back through neutral, tuck the chin, and then round again. Go ahead and fold your way back to a child's pose, taking the toes together and the knees apart. Allow the head to relax down. Find a lot of length here in the spine, so walk your fingertips forward and maybe sway from side to side. I'm going to continue to draw those hips back. Find a lot of length across the spine and relax. Walk your hands over to the right side. Take your left hand on top of the right and draw that left hip back. You want to find a stretch from the entire left side body the whole way under the arm. So you might have to walk your hands kind of far to get there. Relax the head, draw that left hip back. Go ahead and lift your gaze. Walk your hands this time over to the left side. Take the right hand on top of the left. Draw the head down. Draw that right shoulder down. Find length and stretch across the entire right side body. Take your hands back to center, lift the gaze, come to tabletop. So take the hips right over the knees here, feet flat on the mat, and then walk your hands forward for Anahata Asana. Relax the chest down toward the mat, open the shoulders. You might take your forehead down to the mat, or if you have enough space, your chin down to your mat. Lift your gaze, come up to tabletop. Find a long spine. Extend the right leg back behind you. Reach the left arm forward for spinal balance. Deep breaths here. You want to feel nice and sturdy, nice long line from your fingertips the whole way to your feet. Go ahead and take that left hand down. Place the right foot down, open up to the side. Lift the right arm up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take that hand back down, square off, extend the right leg up, the left arm forward, hug it in, knee to elbow. Extend. Hug it in, knee to elbow, round the spine, extend. Hug it in, knee to elbow, extend, and then place the hand and the knee down. Extend that left leg back, square the hips, reach the right arm forward. Spinal balance here. So nice long spine. Take your gaze a little bit in front of you on the mat. Keep the hips square here and reach. Nice length between the toes and the fingers. Take the right hand down, ground down through the left foot and reach the left arm up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go ahead and come back to that spinal balance. Hug it in knee to elbow and extend. Hug it in knee to elbow, extend. Hug it in knee to elbow and extend. Place the hand down and the knee down. Inhale, lift the chest, look up, and exhale, round the spine. Tuck the toes under and lift the hips for downward facing dog. Deep breaths here. You want to press up through the shoulders and lift the hips up high. Maybe you bend one knee and then the other, kind of pedaling out the legs here. Deep breaths. If you want to make sure that you're in the right place, you can come forward to a high plank. Adjust your hands if it doesn't feel right to be in high plank. You shouldn't have to move your hands or feet here from high plank to down dog. Continue to draw the hips up toward the ceiling, energetically draw the heels down. Deep breaths. Lift the right leg and draw that leg up to the front of the mat between the hands. Lower left knee and untuck the toe. Inhale your arms overhead for Anjayasana. Deep breaths here. Relax the shoulders down the back. Maybe take your gaze up. I'm going to soften down through that left hip. Go ahead and take the hands behind the back. Gently press the hips down. Draw the elbows back. Maybe take your gaze up. Take slow, deep breaths here. Sinking into that left hip. Go ahead and take the left hand down. Reach the right arm up. Keep that right knee hugged in. Now you can stay here, or you can tuck the left toe and lift. And then maybe take your gaze up. You want to continue to lift through that left hand. You don't want to sink here into the wrist. Stay nice and light. Remember to hug that right knee in. We don't want to splay the hip out. Slow, deep breaths. Take the knee down and the hand down. Reach the arms overhead for Anjayasana. Then reach the arms behind as you flex the right foot toward the face. Stay lifted here in the spine and find a stretch across the back of the right leg. So we want to make sure here that we're really drawing the toes toward the face, and draw the shoulder blades back as if you're squeezing them together or holding a ball behind the back. Take the hands down, find a lot of length here in the spine, lift the gaze, and then round the spine and relax the head down. It can be any amount here. You don't have to fold deep. We're just opening up the back of the leg. Go ahead and lift your gaze. Take the left hand down and reach the right arm up. Find a twist. Go ahead and take that hand back down. Rebend the right knee. Untuck the left toe, step back to high plank. Lower halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. Lift up the left leg, carry that leg up toward the front of the mat. Place the right knee down, untuck the toe. Inhale the arms overhead, Anjayasana. I'm going to sink into that right hip here. Relax the shoulders down the back. Go ahead and take the hands behind you, fingertips up and palms down. Press the hip forward. I'm going to open up through that right hip. Take the right hand down, lift the left arm up. Maybe you tuck that right toe under and lift. Remember to stay light here in the right hand. Stay lifted, don't dump into the wrist. Maybe you take your gaze up or take the gaze to the side. Take the left hand down, right knee down, and straighten through the left leg. So flex those toes toward the face, find a lot of length here in the spine, and then draw the arms back behind you. Stay lifted here as you draw the chest down and find a stretch across the back of the leg. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. Take the hands down, find length, and then fold. So we're just rounding the spine here, tucking the chin in ever so gently. Continue to flex the foot. Go and take the right hand down and reach the left arm up for a twist. Take the hand back down, rebend the knee, untuck the toe, and lift. Step it back, high plank, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Place the knees down and come back to sit on the heels. So find a nice seated position here. Relax the shoulders. Just take a moment here and then inhale, arms overhead. Exhale the hands behind you. Take the fingertips down behind you. Lift the chest and look up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Bring the hands in front of you. Tuck the toes and lift the hips, down dog. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the right leg up. Bend the knee, hug it in. Place the foot down between the hands and lower the left heel. Lift yourself up for warrior two. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Straighten through the right leg. Reach left hand back and right arm up and over. So find a stretch along the right side body for a reverse triangle. Nice strong legs here. Deep breaths. Go ahead and come back through warrior two, cartwheel hands down. Step it back to high plank and lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press the floor away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the left leg, bend the knee and hug it in, and place the foot down between the hands. Lower the right heel and lift, open for warrior two. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale.
Straighten through the left leg, reverse triangle. Reach that left arm up and over. You want to find length from the toes the whole way up to the fingertips. Deep breaths here. Bring yourself back through Warrior 2. Cartwheel the hands down. Step back to high plank and lower halfway. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come up high on the toes, bend the knees, look between the hands, and make your way up to the top of your space. Inhale, lift. And exhale, forward fold. We're going to be here for a moment, so you might go ahead and grab opposite elbows. You might interlace the hands behind the neck. Sometimes it feels nice to sway from side to side. Release the crown of the head down toward the floor here for ragdoll. Gently release the hands down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Reach the arms overhead, come to stand, and exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, take the hands to the chest as you draw the right knee up. Take the left hand across and reach the right hand behind. Breathe in. Breathe out. You might switch your gaze over the right shoulder or even look over to the right hand. Deep breaths. Draw that right knee back. We're going to come into half moon. So maybe hand comes onto a block or onto the floor. Flex that right foot back toward the space and open up the right hip. Reach the right hand up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Go ahead and bend the left knee. Step it back to Warrior 2. Open the arms out. Straighten through the left leg. Find Trikonasana. Hand can come onto the shin, onto the ground, or onto a block. And then reach the right arm up and open the chest. Maybe take the gaze up toward the ceiling. We want nice, strong legs here. Maybe a little baby cobra in the chest. And take the gaze up. Lift yourself back up. Rebend the left knee. Cartwheel hands down and step back, high plank. Tilt forward, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Take slow breaths. Keep those hips lifted up high. Come up high on the toes, bend the knees, look between the hands, and make your way up to the top of your space. Inhale, lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, arms overhead, press the palms together. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Bring the hands to the heart, lift the left knee this time. Take right hand across the knee and left arm back behind. Maybe you switch your gaze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to sweep that leg back. Set yourself up for half moon. So right hand is down, left arm reaches up. We're going to open up that left hip and flex the foot toward the back of the space. Deep breaths here. Go ahead and gently bend the right knee, step it back to warrior two. Straighten through the right leg, reach forward, Trikonasana. So left arm is up and right hand is down, open up the chest. Lift yourself back up, rebend, come to warrior two, cartwheel hands down and step back, high plank. Lower halfway, inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to child's pose. Take the knees wide, big toes together, relax the head down. Go ahead and make your way back to downward facing dog and walk your feet up to the top of the space. Inhale, lift, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms overhead, come to stand. Exhale, hands down to the heart. Then make your way to mountain pose here. You want to root down through the feet. Find lots of length here in the spine. Reach the crown of the head toward the ceiling like there's an invisible string reaching up high, and bring the hands down to the sides. Take slow, deep breaths, stand nice and tall. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart and lift the right knee. Cross that foot over for figure four and sit back for chair pose here. So you want to keep that foot nice and flexed, keep the spine lifted and tuck the tailbone under. Slow breaths. Go ahead and draw that foot up, and you can take it either to half lotus or to tree, whatever feels best for you. And find some stability here. So a lot of times in tree pose, we try to stand super stiff, but the trees actually move a lot. And so here, there's a lot of wind in the space that I'm at. And so you can see me moving back and forth a little bit. I'm watching the trees move just like me and trying to be like them. Go ahead and place that foot back down and go ahead and find mountain pose again. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. This time, lift the left knee up and cross it over for figure four. Sit down for chair pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. So sit back a little bit more. Continue to flex that foot. And lift up, come to your tree or your half lotus here. Find your footing, take your time, and bring your hands up to your heart. The same here, you can allow the top of your body to move a bit. Here where I am, there's a considerable amount of wind that is working with me in order to help me strengthen my stability here in my leg. Go ahead and release that foot down. Stand tall in mountain pose, bring the hands to the sides. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands down and forward fold. Heel toe those feet out. And sit down for yogi squat balasana. Bring the hands to the heart. I came down a little bit lower so I could feel more stable. Deep breaths here. Continue to open up those hips. Draw the tailbone down. Draw the crown of the head up. Release yourself down onto the floor. Extend the legs out long. And we're going to find staff pose here. So legs come out long in front of you. Flex the feet. Take the hands down by the side and find a lot of length in your spine. So as if you're lifting up out of your seat, draw the crown of the head up and flex the feet. Deep breaths. Pull the belly button in and up. Go ahead and draw that right knee in and sit up tall. Take the right foot over the left thigh. Hug the knee in. Take the right hand behind you and look over the right shoulder. Continue to flex that left foot. Breathe in and breathe out. So we're going to take those long breaths here in this spinal twist. Go ahead and take your gaze forward. Hug that knee back in. This time take a spinal twist over the left side. So nice counter twist here. Keep the spine long. Then come back through center. Take that foot across the left thigh. So you can take it into a figure 4 or you can draw it up more toward the hip to come into a half lotus. And we're just going to sit up tall here and relax the knee down in a way to open the hip. You might stay there, you might lean forward a little bit and maybe relax the head down or keep a nice long spine, whatever feels good, finding that opening and stretching across the back of the leg. Go ahead and sit back up, extend that leg out long, and then take the left knee in. Reach the right arm around and look over the left shoulder. Take your gaze behind you, continue to flex through that right foot. Find lots of length in the spine here. Draw the crown of the head up. See if you can keep the shoulders even. Take the gaze forward. This time we're going to take the left arm around and look over the right shoulder. Gentle counter twist. Keep the spine long. Take the gaze forward and take the ankle across the right thigh or draw it up toward the hip. Whatever feels good for you. Kind of check in with your body right now. How does it feel? You can sit up tall and just stay here and find the hip opening. You can choose to lean forward if that feels good to you. Continue to flex that right foot and draw the knee down toward the floor. Going to lift yourself up. Extend that leg out long. And then take the feet together, then the knees open for Baddha Konasana. So resist the urge here to round, right? Instead of doing that, I want you to find a lot of length here in the spine. Draw the knees open and open up the feet like you're opening a book and sit up tall. Just use your breath. Continue to open up the hips. Draw the knees together and go ahead and make your way onto your back. Take the arms out into a cactus and the feet together and knees apart for Supta Baddha Konasana this time. So take this moment here to find a little bit of relaxation and rest. Find your breath if you lost it at any point during your practice. Find that nice, still, calm mind. Draw the knees in. Hug the right knee in and extend the left leg long. Go ahead and take some movement here. We're going to open up the hip, just taking big circle rolls with the knee. Get into the hip here. And then open up the knee to the side and flex the foot. So think of it like a half frog. Continue to take that left hip down, ground it down. You can take your hand on the hip to help you. So opening up that right hip, flexing the foot to support the joint. Just hold here for a moment and breathe. I'm going to draw the knee back in, hug it, give it a squeeze, and extend the leg up toward the ceiling. So you can hold behind the leg at any place, behind the calf, behind the ankle, behind the thigh, and you might roll out the ankle here if you want to give some love to your ankles or if they're still feeling a little bit cranky. We're just going to breathe into the back of the leg and release the leg down and hug that left knee in. Give it a squeeze. Big circles with the knee here, getting into that hip joint. And then open up that left hip to the side. Flex the foot, keep that right hip ground down onto the mat. Go ahead and hug the knee back in and extend the leg up. So finding some stretching across the back of the leg, maybe pointing and flexing the foot again or rolling out the ankle. Keep the shoulders relaxed down on the mat here as you breathe into the back of the leg. Relax the leg the whole way down. Extend the arms out really long. Find a lot of length in the body. Point the toes away from you. Go ahead and hug both knees in. Give them a squeeze. Keep the back relaxed down on the mat. And then drop the knees over to the left side. Look over the right shoulder. We're going to keep the shoulders ground down. Nice soft fuzzy gaze. Or maybe you even close your eyes here. Go ahead and gently draw the knees back to center and relax them over to the right side this time. Soft fuzzy gaze over the left hand. Relax both shoulders down, melt them down onto the earth. Nice gentle spinal twist. Slow your breath. Gently draw the knees back to center. Extend the legs up high for waterfall. So here you can give a soft little bend at the knees. It doesn't need to be nice and extended. It's up to you. We just want to have the legs up there, relaxing, gentle inversion. You could also take legs up the wall if you'd like to move over there, or take legs up the wall for Shavasana if you'd like. Go ahead and hug the knees back in. Make yourself into a little ball. And then release yourself the whole way down for Shavasana. Again, if you'd rather take your legs up the wall for Shavasana, that's fine too. If you're coming down onto your back, tuck the shoulders under a little bit. Relax the hands down. Relax the legs out long. Release any tension here in the neck or jaw. Maybe you close your eyes. Shavasana. You can stay here in Shavasana as long as you'd like. Thank you so much for joining me in practice. Namaste.